Hello, Ahmed. A researcher faces some problems in her or his society. Then he or she decides to do some researches to solve that problems. It means that uh, for the readers, for professors, for the referees, for the supervisors, you should talk about your problem. What problems you faced and what problems caused you to do this research. You should talk about these things. And some more information also in this part you should write for us, which I am going to talk about these things today. And after talking about the statement of problem, I will show you one sample of the title of the introduction and of the statement of problem. Then you can understand better and match the case. So, uh, yes, as I told you last session about introduction, today we are going to talk about the statement of problem and how to manage it, how to write it, and what elements must be there for us in this part. It is said that the problem statement describes the context for the study, and it also identifies the general analysis working, he's writing thesis. Okay, this is one of your friends from Iraq. I accepted from him. Now I am the supervisor of this person. So we start now, but the student has started writing of the T. Okay, this is the student students from previous semesters. So see the title, please. No, 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 we should not send this for you because it's still working, my dears. After finishing the job, you can have this. But I send you other samples, okay? I will send some other proposals for you, which completed already, okay? But this one is not complete. Still, the student is working on it and not allowed to do this for. I would like to show you some cases, okay? But I will send you some other completed, we says teasers already, their proposals. So, title of this study, my dear friends, is the holocultural survey. A holocultural. Holoculturalism here is an approach, my dear friends. Holoculturalism is an approach. What does it mean? It means that this study would like evaluate to investigate the novels and the variables of the novels through the theory of holoculturalism. Holo means multi, okay? Multiculturalism means various cultures, different culturalism, okay? So, a holocultural study is the approach of this type, my dear friends. Holocultural survey is the approach. Remember, what do we mean by approach? Approach theory, which you are choose for study. So here, the theory for this study is cultural aspect, holocultural issue, holoculturalism. So, a survey of what? Family conditions and religious beliefs. These are two variables, my dears. Already I told you a title must include, must contain approach, at least two variables, and case of study. So here, a culturalism, the approach. So family conditions and religious beliefs are variables. I mean, the aspects which are going to find out from the works, selected works. In what? Now we are going to the case of study. Our case of study here are two novels. One by McCourt. The title of the novel is Angela's Ashes. You see in italic form, as I told you, the name of the books must be in italic form. And John Paul Lurie's Namesake. This is one another novel. So two novels have been selected for this study. I mean, two case of studies are there. Case of study of this title is two novels, Angela's Ashes by McCourt and The Namesake by Lurie, Champa Lurie. Okay, these are case study. Variables are family conditions and religious beliefs. and approach is the holocultural survey or holocultural study or holoculturalism, multiculturalism. So this is the approach. It means that this student is going to analyze, to study two different novels by two different writers. Jampaluri originally belongs to India, but McCord is American. So these two different writers are there with two different cultures. We know that culturalism and holoculturalism must be there in these two selected writers because they belong to different cultures. They belong to different cultures. And now we are going to analyze these two novels to find out what? To find out family conditions. No, this is not comparative. No, no, don't, no, no. This is not comparative, my dears. This is holocultural study. Do not misunderstand it with comparative. Comparative study is something different. So comparative study itself is a theory for you. For example, you can say that a comparative study of family conditions and religious beliefs in McCord's Angela's Ashes and Jampaluri's Namesake. And that it would be a different title for you, okay? A comparative study. But here we are going to find out just, yeah, multiculturalism. Just what? Just family conditions and religious beliefs into novelists' works, I mean novels. So some characters are there in these two novels, and they have their own family conditions and religious beliefs. Then we are going to find out. Yeah, exactly, Somaya. Exactly. Here, two different novels are there, but we are going to study them from just through the lens of one approach. Here is holoculturalism, or it can be imperialism, it can be modernism, it can be postmodernism, it can be romanticism, it can be vorticism, and schism, isms, we call them isms. So these are the approaches. So remember and just find out that please, please, my dear friends, whatever you are going to send me to write proposal on them, and we have no time because this seminar class will lead you to your main thesis. If you do not know how to manage this seminar class and write to proposal, I mean, unfortunately, would be able. Some of the previous students, Iraqi and Irani students, after 5 years, after 4 years, they couldn't find out for themselves because they don't know how to manage. I show with the samples, with the examples for you to tell you each titles. So do not, for example, sending like this. Uh, in 18th century poetry. It is not possible. It's not possible to work on it. For example, you say that delineation is modern era. So it is not work on it because it has not approached, because you haven't selected any works of art for. So the exact way this this one. I accepted your friends, I mean Iraqi friends. Now this person has started, and his case is over. Now writing thesis. So a holocultural, once again, is the approach, conditions, and religious beliefs variable. And the case of study is two novels, Angela's Ashes, namesake by two different, okay, sample for you exactly what do we mean approach. Yes, just who is the admin of the group? Khalil, to add him into the group. Just send the link of the group to the Don and let Khalil also join into the group or add him. My dear friends, just answer my question. You understand what do we mean by and what do we mean by variables and what do we mean by case? Is it enough for you to get it? Yes, friend. Now everything is clear, Somaye, Salem, Tahaj, Wahab. Yes, tell me. Can you not? Can you hear? That's okay. For me, not enough because your voice cutting. Sorry, this is not my fault. Really, this is not my fault. Now I understand that. Thank you. That's okay. Thank God. Thank God. Zahra says that can you repeat in brief? Yes, why not? Yes. Mortaza, I am going to repeat it again because Zahra asks. So, dear friends, this is the title. Just listen carefully. This is the title: A Holocultural Survey of Family Conditions and Religious Beliefs in McCourt's Angela's Ashes and Jampaluri's Namesake. Already I told you a title, an academic title for your thesis must must contain these issues. It should have an approach, variables, at least two variables, and case of study, at least two case of study. If it comes, my dear friends, if it comes to the poems, you can write selected poems. One poem is not enough. Two poems are not enough. Okay? Three poems are not enough for a thesis because you should manage at least 100 pages for your thesis. Then you should, for example, if you would like to select poems, it's okay to say that Walt Whitman's selected poetry or selected poems. And poems are not enough for a thesis. So, variable here in this title, a holocultural survey, is your approach. It means that this is the theory which we are going to involve, study with it during our investigation. I mean, the theory here is holoculturalism. We are going to survey these novels through the lens of holoculturalism. This is the approach. So, variables, two features are there: family conditions, religious beliefs. These are two different variables which we are going to find out the traces of these variables in these two novels. So the case of study in this title is McCourt's Angela's Ashes. This is one novel, and Giampaolini's Namesake. This is the second novel. These are two case of studies of this, what we say, thesis, of this proposal, of this article, for example. So take care, take care. This is the exact academic, knowledgeable, and possible title for writing a thesis. Then your titles must be like this. Whenever you are going to choose any title for yourself, you should follow this way. You should follow this way. Okay? So hope you got it. So approach. I was talking about approach. Yes, now friends are writing and typing something. Any question or any idea? Oh, sir. Doctor, do you think it is too long as a title? No, it is not long. No, it is not long. Because just an approach is there. Okay? A holocultural survey. This is the approach. What can he do? He should write that. So, the variables are family conditions and religious beliefs. Just words are long. No matter. But nothing is extra here, Kosar. Nothing is extra. And the names of writers must be there also on the title. And the title of the books also must be there in the title. Okay? So, there is no other way. This is exactly an academic title. Nothing is extra in here. If you move some words or remove some words from this title, it cannot be a title. For example, if we a holocultural survey of family conditions and remove religious beliefs, then it would be just one variable. Just one variable is not enough for the thesis, okay? No matter if the Hajj. Yes, why not? You can choose. There is no problem. Yes, Hajj, why not? You can choose two different novels from same age to study on them. No matter, Sahar, sometimes you can put approach at the end of the title. For example, you can say that the family conditions and religious beliefs in McCourt's and Angela's Ashes and Giampaolini's Namesake, then you can say a holocultural survey. That is not important. You can put it there, but it is okay to put it at the beginning of the title approach because the reader would like to know what kind of approach is there for you. So it's okay to put it at the beginning of the sentence and your title. Okay, Hesam says that, sir, I send the title of seminar for you and you're not answer at me my message. God kills me. Hesam, God kills me. I don't know because every day I got many messages. Once again, send it to me. I will answer you because I should answer all my friends. But sometimes, maybe the shortage of time is there. I cannot answer for my friends. Then you are great people. You should forgive me. Once again, send it to me. Zahra says that how many sources we have to use and can we use sites. Sources for what, Zahra? Sources, sources. For the proposal, you mean have about 15 or 20 resources. Zainab, nothing. I like novels of 19. Okay, Ibtihaj, we can select, but you cannot say, write any title. For example, family conditions in 19th century novels. This is not the way. You should select two novels from 19th century. How much did we add to the seminar? Salem, what do you mean by that? How much did we add to the seminar? What do you mean by that? Wahab Abdul Hussein, our problem how to apply an approach in any novel. Yes, I know that. That is, my dear friends, do not blame yourselves. Do not blame yourselves for that because even our Irani students, our students from Turkey and from other countries also, they cannot do also because already you haven't done these things. You haven't done these things already. This is your first time. This is your first time. Any novel we need doctor from any century and make comparative. No matter, you can choose even a novel from modern age and a novel from Shakespearean age. That one also is possible for you to find out some similarities and some differences. If you go through comparative approach, then it is possible. Excuse me, doctor, does the proposal become the final exam? Somaye, what do you mean by that? Okay, Hassan, thank you. Send it to me again. Somaye, what do you mean by this? What I should understand of an approach? It means approach means that theory. My dear friends, Iftihaj, approach means theory. Theory means literary theories. Literary theories are there in Gale series. You can refer to them. Literary theories or literary movements. You should learn them. Okay, you should read them to learn. Theories. For example, feminism. For example, romanticism. For example, vorticism. For example, culturalism, imperialism, colonialism, traumatic reading. These are the theories. Then you should learn them. For the title, it is clear for me now, but how to apply theories on my work? Yes, Mortaza, this is the problem with everybody. With everybody. Even sometimes our professors also cannot do that. That is why I'm telling you, don't blame yourselves for that, because it is really a hard task. It needs much knowledge, much knowledge. You should read for your thesis. At least you should read 50 books, 50 books, and at least 30 articles. So, so it is really a killing system to learn it. Sometimes our teachers also don't know how to deal with the approaches and how to analyze the, yeah, for example, Russian formalism, Khalil, can be an approach for you. Yes, that's okay. So nice. Tomorrow night, my dear friends, let me talk, please, in this class in its usual way. And tomorrow night, I will manage one more extra class, not class, but lovely get together for the seminar friends. I will send link. Maybe we will meet in Google Meet. Then, inshallah, there in that get together, you can talk about your problems, and just I will listen and answer to your questions because it would be extra class for you. Um, every week I should manage one more class for you about this case because I am sure that you have still 1 month, 2 months. After 2 months, you are going to finish the third semester, and immediately you should start managing your title, your proposal, your thesis, and registering Irandoc. So many hardships would be there for my dear friends. So inshallah, we should manage them. Inshallah. That's okay. Just I showed you this title to tell you what do we mean by approach, by variables, and by case of study. Already I have talked about them, but today I indicated with a sample proposal. So, yes. So, my dear friends, if you let me, I'm going to talk about how to write. Khalil, it depends on your what we say clarity of the text. Sometimes it can be 10 pages. Sometimes it can be 15 pages. Sometimes it can be 20 pages. It depends on you and your style and way of writing and way of what we say transferring the message. It depends on you. Salem, I saw that it is not proposal. It is just one page, okay? For proposal, still many things are there. I saw, I got it, but this is not proposal. That is report. You should know. And one more thing, this is report, yeah. One more thing, let me say. Let me say, do not write anything, my dear friends. Uh, in a wrong way, in a wrong way, whenever you are talking about the title, you use the word address. Please, I don't know from where you got this word. I mean, all my Iraqi students, I don't know my address. I haven't written my address yet. Address, do not use this in academic way. Here you should say title. Title. My title, not my address. Okay? Do not use this word. Then you say my discussion. This is not discussion, my dear friends. Learn this word. This is viva session. Viva session, not discussion. You should learn these things because now you are MA students, and inshallah, immediately you will be our PhD students, and then you will be our colleagues in Iraq, teaching these things for your students. Do not use these things. Address my discussion. No, this is not the case. This is not address, this is the title, and the other one is Viva session. You are going to discuss about your thesis in Viva session, okay? Just learn these words and use them, please. Words. Okay, my dear friends, let me go back to the statement of problem. How to write statements of problem for your proposal. Okay, so as I mentioned, The problem statement or statement of problem describes the context for the study, and it also identifies the general analysis approach. It means that in your statement of problem part, you should tell us in what way, through which lens, through which theory you are going to analyze your study, your novels, your dramas, your poetry. Okay? So, the problem statement describes the context for the study, and it also identifies the general analysis approach. Here in this example, your general analysis approach is holoculturalism. Okay? Holoculturalism. Then, what does it mean? It means that you should talk in the statement of problem about holoculturalism first. You should introduce it for the reader, okay? For the professors, for the referees, and for supervisors, and so on, and committee members. Then you should briefly and generally talk about what? About holoculturalism here at the beginning of the statement of problem for your proposal. This is the first step. Then, then a problem might be defined. A problem might be defined as the issue that exists in the literature, theory, or practice that leads to a need for the study. A researcher, already I told you, a researcher is someone who finds problems in the society and decides to do some researches to solve that problems. So here you should define your problem. Yes, this problem, that problem. In here, for example, the writer of this title should say that as I found some problems among the family members in Jampaluri's characters or in McCourt's characters, then I am going to find out some solutions because they are from different races, they are from different cultures. I saw many problems among the family members, and their religious beliefs also are very much different. So these are some problems. You should talk about them. These are some problems. So a problem might be defined as the issue that exists in the literature, and that problem must be there. I mean, family conditions always are there as a topic which is discussed by many critics. So it is there in literature. So religious beliefs, though they are religious beliefs, still they are there in many, many novels, dramas, movies, films, short stories, and poetry also. Okay? So you should talk about them. This is the second step for writing a statement of problem, my dear and lovely friends, I'm sending for you. A problem might be defined as the issue that exists in the literature or in the theory or practice, okay, that leads to a need for the study. Some problems you got, then those problems caused you to study, to write, to investigate, okay, to do something, to challenge, to struggle, to strive. Then everything would be okay. Two novel or two theory or two drama, we can do, doctor. No, better to use just one theory. just one theory. If you use two theories, you can use, but you would be in trouble on that case. Maybe you are going to confuse everything. Just it's okay to use one theory. Just one theory is okay for your thesis for MA. But in your PhD dissertation and law, yes, you are going to use maybe two theories, three theories, four theories, five theories there because your PhD thesis must be something near about 300 pages. Then on that case, you can use, okay, two or three theories. But here for MA, it's okay to use just one theory with two novels, with two dramas, with some selected poems, with some selected short stories also. But unfortunately, in your university, Dr. Lack does not accept short stories. I don't know why. I don't know why, because really short stories are very, very impressive genres of the literature, but still he does not accept them. I don't know why. So, yeah. I sent you the second step. Now I am going to talk about the other one. It is it is important in a proposal that the problem stand out, that the problem stand out, that the reader can easily recognize it. Okay? Talk in simple way. Let your readers to recognize the problem as simple as possible, as easier as possible, you know. Do not talk in sophisticated way about your problem. Suppose that here, let me give example. Suppose that you are going to a physician. You have pain, for example, in your head. Then you should exactly tell the doctor what kind of pain is there in your head, in which part of your head that pain is there, okay? Then when did it start and how it kills you? If you say just, doctor, you are a physician, you should write me some medicines. For what, my dear? I have a headache. Enough. So this is not the way. How the physician can understand what kind of headache or what kind of problem, but he is physician. He is not God. He is a physician just. He is not God. Then how he can recognize your pain just by your own detailed explanation? You should show sometimes. Show that point for the doctor. Doctor, the pain is in here, just in here. You can show with your finger, okay? Telling that, yeah, it started months ago, 20 days back. And why did it start? Yeah, I went, for example, to listen to Aryan's lectures. Then I thought that something is wrong with my mind, and I do hate this man. And his voice, I don't know, was crushing for me, and this pain started in my mind, you know. So the doctor is going to give you a gun, telling that go and kill Aryan. Then you would be what we say in calm. You would be in calm. In this way, I mean, in this way, you should explain the problem. You should, what we say, let you should let the reader to understand you easily, to understand your problem easily. Yes, Khalil, unfortunately, this is the problem. Saham, this is the first session for you. Lucky you, lucky you. Yes. So, my dear friends, then the next step is that it is important in a proposal that the problem stand out, that the reader can easily recognize it. Sometimes obscure and poorly formulated problems are marked in an extended discussion. In such cases, reviewers and or committee members will have difficulty recognizing the problem, and you know what is going to happen? They will go to reject your proposal. If your problem is much hard to be understood, then the committee member and referees are going to reject your thesis and or your proposal. So this is the next step. Just just write in a good way and let your reader to recognize, to distinguish, to identify the problem easily. Okay, so this is the important case for you. It is important in a proposal that the problem stand out, that the reader can easily recognize it. Sometimes obscure and poorly formulated problems are masked in an extended discussion. In such cases, reviewers means referees, means committee members, means Dr. Lack, means supervisor, yeah, members will have difficulty recognizing the problem, and then maybe they are going to refuse, they are going to reject, okay, your proposal. This is the next step for writing of your what? Statement of problem case. So the other case is this. A problem statement should be presented within a context, not just by words. Within a context, you should use some texts, and then there you can talk about your problem. And that context and briefly explain it, including a discussion, the conceptual or theoretical framework in which it is embedded. Okay? In which it is embedded. There is no voice, Steve? What about other friends? No one can hear me? No voice? So, this is the problem. Clear for Mustafa, for Salem, for Sumaya, for Kosar, but sometimes some problems are there. It is clear for Rasha, for Wahab. Mm, Amol says that there is no voice. I do have a suggestion for my Iraqi students. I think in the time of your classes, it is better for you to go to Baghdad and attend the classes from Baghdad. I think the case of internet in Baghdad would be okay. You can move in the times of class, be together in Baghdad, be together in a lovely garden or beside the river. Then you can join from Baghdad into the classes. Maybe there the case of internet would be okay. Yeah, it is there. It is here in Iran also. It is here in Iran also. برای آمل بغداد خیلی دور است. What about you, Somaya? My dear friends, what time is it right now in Iraq? Because we changed time in the new year in Iran. 2:26. Now in Iran it is 4. In Iraq it is, so we are 1.5 ahead. Yes, 1.5 ahead. I should know this. So this is 4 o'clock right now for MA in Iran. Sorry, not PM. PM. I confused everything. So it is 4 in Iran. Now it is 2.5 past or 30 in Iraq. It means that we are 1 hour and 30 minutes ahead of you. That's okay. So let me send the other step for my friends for writing the statements of problem. Yes, a problem. Of course, I say we hope only to go English in the class. Yeah. But most of you, my dear friends, as I know, most of you are English teachers in these schools, and some of you even teachers in some what we say universities there. Then you have a good opportunity to talk English, and especially you have a big problem with spelling and pronouncing the beginning S. Student. You pronounce like this. Student. Something like this. No, it is not. Then you should challenge. Then you have the opportunity to talk in English, to what we say, improve your skills, at least for talking in English. Yes, that's okay, my dear friends. As I said, the problem within the framework of the theory or line of inquiry that undergirds the study. This is of major importance in nearly all proposals and requires careful attention. If it is a key element that association with such as MLA or APA, and this is the one other case you should Kosar. Kosar, I strongly recommend what Mr. Kosar. Mr. Kosar said, I'm more about about talking English in the class. But who is talking? Who is talking Persian in your classes, Kosar? Yes, you have some problems with that vowel sounds, and sometimes also with yeah. No, you would be okay with the consonants. I'm sure that, but you with the vowels you have what we say. You have some problem. Huh. Okay, Amol. Sometimes, my dear friends, sometimes in the group also I see you are talking in Arabic. This is a good opportunity for me to read your messages in the group and to learn some Arabic words from there. And believe me, in some cases, due to the psychological issues and due to the calmness and what we say, convenience, and due to the cultural issues, we should talk in our own mother tongue. Our national language in Iran is Persian. My mother tongue is Turkish. But whenever, for example, I am so sad, whenever I am angry with someone, then I use Turkish words. Even when I were in India, I can speak Indian language also, and they know English also. But whenever I got angry of them, just I could insult them with Turkish language, not other languages. Yeah. Uh, So sometimes this is the case, and maybe the people are going to talk what we say in their own mother tongue due to the senses of them. Sometimes you cannot transfer your feelings with other language rather than your own mother tongue. Then this is the case. Yeah, that